Power to build, the power to feel, the power to heal, and the power to kneel. It's the power to grow, the power to know, the power to hold on and to let go. It's the power to dream, the power to dream, the power to dream, the power to dream.
Three-quarter time in the grand final of 2011. Geelong leads Collingwood by 7 points. 13-7 to 12 goals 6. Hawkins 3 for Geelong, all in that third quarter. Cloak and Cracker 3 each for Collingwood. Let's go down to Andy Marr.
Yeah, they've pulled the trigger. Quarters, Jared Blair's been subbed out. It was a really intense three-quarter time huddle at Collingwood. Mickey Moldes leaving nothing behind. Alex Fasolo's been subbed into this game.
Dr. Gary Zimmerman is with us. Steve Johnson seemed to hurt himself late in that third quarter. Gary went down in the rooms.
Yes, you can see where he gets a bit of contact to that sore knee, around the inside of the knee, where he's probably had the local anaesthetic injection, gone off the ground, and I think had a quick injection just to get him back up for the last quarter.
What about Ben Johnson for Collingwood?
Ben Johnson came in with a cork left calf, and I think he probably just stirred it up a bit when he landed after that kick.
OK, Matthew Lloyd, Luke Darcy, looking at the stats since 1980, only 3 teams at three-quarter time have come from behind to win the grand final. Geelong in 09, Essendon in 84 and Carlton in 81. Big ask here for the Magpies.
There is, and often there's a lot of blowouts in grand finals. That'd be the reason. It's anyone's game here at the moment, but I grew up 11 years of age, the 89 grand final, one of the greatest spectacles I ever saw. Well, this is matched at this first three quarters today.
So a mighty buzz all the way around the MCG as this last quarter gets underway. Geelong leading by 7. Mick called them in for one last word, the last three-quarter time address. I wonder what was said and whether it will have any sway in this last quarter. They need to get it out of the middle. They all know that. Oh, Corey upended by Jolly. He still managed to release it in some fashion. Another ball up. This is Mick. This is this last word. They have so much love for the coach. Can they respond out on the ground in this last quarter? Maxwell was in there saying it about Mick. There's the kick into Hawkins' direction. He's playing out of his skin. Tom Hawkins.
How about that for an attack on the footy? He's playing on the All-Australian centre-back Ben Reid, who I don't think is moving anything like he has done all year. That is just the way you always hoped this man would play. Launch himself at the footy, play in front, big grab. He's going to be able to make the distance from here. He often gets a bit of left to right swing. This is massive.
3 goals won, kicked 3 goals in that third quarter. What a day to try and come of age. He's working it back. And he's got an affair with that post. And hits it again. And it's 8 points now. Gee, they're big goals. I mean, it's an obvious statement when team's 8 ahead. In the last quarter of a grand final, they're huge kicks.
And at the scoreboard pressure hunter, you suddenly go out to a 2-goal lead. Collingwood have to take risks that they don't like taking.
Johnson misses the target, but fortunately for him, it went to Pendlebury. Brilliant handball to Tuvey. His kick also misses the target. Dawes lays to Shepherd. Side bottom pounces. Clever little kick to Cloak. He's got Cracker inside, but he can't get the ball to him. Another one to side bottom. Just throws it on the left boot into the forward pocket. And backing himself was Scarlett, and he sees it over the line. 35 metres out from Collingwood's goal. They're down by 8.
Jimmy Bartel is playing at centre forward at the moment, and I think that's a really good move. Podgiadli, we've spoken about substitute out of the game. They need some more aerial help. Bartel's the man.
Cloak went in the ruck. Hunt, oh boy, he was running out of time. Wojcinski goes down the middle, prepared to do it despite the dangers. The rewards are high. Johnson sliding in. Stokes is playing superbly, and he locks it up for another ball up.
We saw Cloak get that handball out just a minute or so ago. That was his first touch in the second half. They'd love to get some centre clearances just to allow Cloak a one-on-one opportunity with Tom Lonergan.
Otensy, Jolly fought back hard in that contest. Again charging through Selwood. Great will. Corey had his hand held, just got the handball in time. Chapman out to the wing. Go fetches the call. And out goes Selwood first. Thomas arrives not quite in time. Selwood, the setup is complete then. Hawkins again! Oh, this is amazing! Who is this man? Where has he come from?
He has just played out of his skin.
He's come good at the right time, boys.
He sure has, hasn't he, Lloydie? And that is a fingernail biter for the president. He will start this to the left post. He gets it left to right. As you said, Lloyd, if you don't take your chances, it comes back to absolutely burn you.
And he has been getting close to the man on the mark, as you've highlighted.
Yeah, all day.
All day.
3 goals he's kicked already. They could mean nothing if he can't take this opportunity. Tom Hawkins, it is left, and it's not right. Oh.
Just see he's seized up on the kick, tried to caress it through rather than his natural motion, which is just to kick it. When he kicks it through, it gets more arc and a better chance of kicking the goal. So a couple of let-offs. Hawkins, great, but no goal.
Darren Jolly having a chat with the doctor/physio. As the ball comes back into play, that's a free kick to Kelly for a hold. So he'll get it at half forward. Geelong by 9. First goal. So crucial. Hawkins again, just threw Reid away like a rag doll.
And Mick Malthouse often doesn't. He can stick to his structures as he
plays on.
Johnson.
He handballs to Johnson, who kicks the goal.
Let's have a look at this mark again, and you see the handball to Stevie Johnson. He didn't want the kick. Johnson eats those for breakfast, but how hasn't this move been made? Tarrant's got to go on to Tom Hawkins.
6 contested marks. No one else has had more than 2 for Tom Hawkins. Geelong's lead is out to 15.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? Look at Stevie J. He's got Tarrant as a matchup, and Stevie's doing the right thing. He's saying, hey, let's isolate Hawkins, and that's what they're doing. Go back a bit further, and you'll see it's Hawkins. It's Ben Reid, who's under all sorts of pressure at the moment.
And it's all one-on-one for them at the moment. There's a little spin and the kick from Swan. Out to half forward. Cloak goes to the ground under heavy duress. Must be a free. Now, for a moment, Davis thought about the advantage. It wasn't there.
Big moment for Dawes. We've seen Hawkins down the other end. Cloak rolls off the Dawes.
It's a calculated kick for Dawes, but Taylor was onto it. He plays his part, and it's over and out.
That's where they get the great benefit of Matty Scarlett. They don't put him on the big tools so that he can do just that. He was prepared to take a risk, get off diagonal. It was the fist from Scarlett, cross for a boundary throw-in.
So Collingwood fans are looking for their hero now. Throw in. Can they find someone deep? Maxwell, hurried kick Kelly. Danger certainly not past there for Geelong. Christensen showed unbelievable brashness for a kid. Kicks it to the wing. He's doing it again. Hawkins takes the mark. Barco, the only man forward at the moment, got himself into trouble. The ball was dislodged. Hawkins goes back and gets it again. Traction hard to find. Bartel heaving it to half forward. That wasn't quite the way they'd hoped, but no damage done.
And Ben Reid's confidence is shot to pieces. He got a little bump afterwards. The head's dropped. He just knows that it's all gone horribly wrong for him. He's carrying an injury. Did a groin about 3 weeks ago. Brave effort to play, but he has to find something to win this grand final.
Brown down to Wellingham. Big bump by Kelly. Wellingham stood up to it. Great stuff to Maxwell, to Brown. He's put it out of bounds on the full.
The only reason I can give for the change not being made is that they feel Reid isn't fit enough through his injury to run with Stevie Johnson. But aside from that, it can cost Collingwood the game here. Tom Hawkins is the difference.
Lonigan, long ball. Bartel sets himself, fisted away nicely by Shaw. Handball comes out to Johnson. You just sense that the Magpies are going to respond. They're too good a team to toss it in. Mark taken by Davis. Long ball into the pocket. Dawes and Taylor. Desperate stuff from Taylor.
He's had a good second half, and what he just did there is what Reid hasn't been able to do. Reid, just 2 marks today.
So the margin stands at 15. 15 minutes remaining in this season. Maxwell improvises the ruckman. Scarlett's kick. Varco went. He had to, and he did. Chapman, Mackie, the collaboration of this defence that's been so steely over the years. Duncan's kick to Johnson. O'Brien wouldn't be beaten. Varco very casual, but that's his way. Christensen has a quick glance into the 50. There's nothing there for him. Johnson spots Duncan, who kept on coming. O'Brien adjusts. Duncan steadfast. Varco casually kicks a left foot goal to remember. He'll never forget it.
This man coaching his last ever game of AFL football, had the binoculars on at 3/4 time. Look at Nick Maxwell. He's saying, boys, this is all about the man with the grey hair alongside him. It's his last game. You've got to find something. And at the moment, they can't do it.
Selwood puts the Cats into attack once again. On the floor is Tuvey. Big tackle by Bartel. Now it's the Cats' turn to sniff some blood.
Just want to highlight Travis Varco's last effort. Often criticised for work rate, but his last effort to kick that goal will be folklore. That was enormous.
Thrown it out, just thrown it out.
So free kick against Corey.
We know Collingwood are so hard to beat for the full 4 quarters, aren't we? They are renowned for coming and coming again. So as you said, we know that they'll do their best here.
Thomas, long down the line, looking for Cloak. Oh, Dawes here. His opportunity. Left foot kick, deep into attack. Getting there first is Enright. Can't take the mark. Mackey's there to lend a helping hand. Handball went straight to Brown. Brown handballs into the pocket. Hunt, nowhere to go. Has to keep the football alive. Back to Enright. Hacks it out, but only as far as the 50. And this man can make the distance easily.
Pies have got to kick 4 unanswered goals to win this game. They've got 13 and a half minutes to do it. This is one of them that they just need to get. He can kick the distance. Saw him kick an enormous goal in the first quarter. Has he got another one in him?
3 goals straight to Travis Cloak. Geelong's lead is out to 21. Heaps and heaps of time left. The Magpies need the team lifter. He's hooked it. Cats by 20.
Steve Johnson, Tom Hawkins, both having a spell at the moment. You think this might be their last rest, and they'll go the last 10 minutes.
3-quarter kick from Hunt, still got them outside 50. Ottens. It's a long way down for the big blokes at this time of the afternoon.
You just see Tommy Hawkins has just come back on. Trent West goes off for a spell.
Tarrant's on him now.
Yeah, they've made the move.
Johnson returns to the arena of battle. Thomas, you could see what he had in mind. Ball knew the plan too. Enright worked it out as Collingwood work it to the line, but not out yet. Now it is.
Geelong may not give Collingwood the chance, but this is where Collingwood players will start asking themselves the question. I won one last year. How much do I want it again? And I reckon I was part of a side that didn't want it enough in 01, and Collingwood will be there at the moment. Can we have one last hurrah and crack at this?
Selwood got a high tackle and the umpire missed one. Up to the wing, O'Brien wills himself onto it. And Johnson's not going to let it out. Bartel, Ling, Corey played an outstanding game. But so has Dale Thomas. And here they go on the angle. Brown's in the mix, but the Cats' defence are supreme at the moment. Harry Taylor knows how to take a big grand final mark.
More marks from opposition kicks than another team in the competition. That is why they have been so good. Harry Taylor, brilliant.
Long ball by Taylor. Tarrant does the spoilings. Falls to Hawkins. Here's Tuvey coming into the picture as Stokes.
Do the Cats try and close the game down now at all, boys, or they just keep going with how it is?
Too early at the moment. I think Collingwood we saw last week against Hawthorn. They kept coming when Hawthorn couldn't put the killer blow on. I think they need one more, Hutto, before they can do that.
Ottens fed it out to Christensen. To Stokes. Shaw knocked it away. Tried, and he's got caught high here, so it'll be a free kick going to Collingwood to be taken by Heath Shaw.
Yeah, having said that, you've got to take some risks now. Heath Shaw trying to play it on. We know their style to go down the boundary line, but they won a final last week at prelim by taking more risks. They're at the stage, Collingwood. That's what they've got to start doing.
Shaw to ball.
Clearances is where the damage has been done. 8-3 in favour of Geelong this last quarter. They need to take some risks, as Dar said, the Pies.
Dawes. No, play on's the call. Handball's off to Pendlebury. Kicks a floater to the 50. Mark taken by Enright, who doesn't want to go. He'll go back and have the kick.
And that is exactly what Collingwood don't want. They set up so much of their structure this week to make sure that Enright, that Harry Taylor didn't take uncontested marks, and they are.
They're out and they can see the plan ahead. Kelly's got it at half forward, cutting the 45 to Bartel. And he's on the cusp here. And so are Geelong. They lead by 20. Eddie Maguire knows it.